Hi, this is Gary V. Listen to a Filipino radio experience right here in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.
PHLV Radio.
Good morning, good morning. Live from the streets of Metro Manila, Jeanette Marco here with you guys for Get Real TV. Kumusta po mga kababayan? And kumusta po everybody in the States, in the Philippines, and the whole world who are currently watching us. Today is very, very special day because I have with me a very special guest. Not only she is my good friend, but also she is a mentor for wellness to me. Ayan. Bago ko introduce ang aking special guest, I just wanted to check everybody out. How are you doing, guys? Today is a different day. I'm moving. Nandito po ako sa streets ng Metro Manila. While going around, I must commend the city mayor of Mandaluyong actually for putting up bike lanes with lights and proper painting for us bikers, actually for all the bikers out there to be able to have their own respective lanes. Ayan, napaka-importante po kasi napaka-busy ng roads here in Metro Manila. And ang dami-daming motorcycles and bicycles, and because of the current pandemic, bicycle is actually one of the mode of transportation right now for people to get by and for people actually to go to, to use to go to work. So 5 stars para sa mayor and city government of Mandaluyong for putting up. I must say sana all of the cities here in the Philippines would do the same for the safety of all the motorists and the bikers. Diba? Ang aking special guest is also a biker. Without further ado, let us welcome the senior manager of Forever Living, a beauty and wellness consultant, of course, a very good friend, and a philanthropist actually. Miss Imogen Raipon, live from New York City. Hello.
Good morning. How's everybody? I'm so happy to be here, Jeanette. I miss you. And I really love hearing your news about bike lanes in Manila. So I guess when I go there, I will be biking there as well. But you said it's only in Mandaluyong. So I'd have to...
Oo nga, di ba? You're biking around New York. Tama ba,
Yes.
di ba?
I do because I'm a member of City Bike, and it's very, very convenient because I live in the city and I work in the city, so I don't need to have a car. So I just bike around.
So are you able to actually make use of the bikes during the pandemic right now? Did they open it for people to use in the city?
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's what really was the best thing that happened to me during the pandemic because I decided to really have that yearly membership of the City Bike. And that's the best thing that happened. Exercise.
I think it's way much better than taking the subway, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely especially last year because it was the height of we're the epicenter.
Right. Apart from the daily exercise na nagagawa, when you're using the bike and it actually helps your cardio, it's actually, I think it's a lot safer to use the bike right now in New York City. Anyway, how have you been? What's up with you for the past 1 year? You were with me in the Philippines before this whole pandemic kicked in. We were doing a lot of rounds, especially in the Philippines, teaching everybody about wellness. So what is actually the current situation in New York, and what have you been campaigning about taking care of oneself from kids to adults?
Yes, definitely. As you said, last year we were together here, and that was the height. That was when was that? September or July? We were the epicenter of the pandemic, and we learned so much because New York has never been the same. As we all know, it's always very busy here, rat race, and when the pandemic came, it was like a ghost town. And right now, it's getting back to where it was, but still, it's not the same. We were really following, guidelines, so to speak, with regards to social distancing and all these like masks, and especially right now, I've been advocating really much on self care because it is the most important thing that we have to do, especially that we're not even sure about this vaccine if it really is very effective.
So when you say self-care, what do you mean by that? Is it just by taking care of oneself, taking vitamins and all that, or self-care in general?
Definitely. So yeah, I mean, self care actually really means it is a mindfulness or it's an active participation on enhancing your health. And when we say health, it doesn't only mean physical health, but also mental, which is very big during this time. There's a lot of cases of depression, anxiety, because a lot of uncertainties, and mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, and uh, self care is very important because it makes you better care for the person that you love or you care about. So, just like the cabin crew, they say in the plane, you have to be equipped first. You're equipped first yourself before you can help other people. So, number one, when you say self care, it's all about literacy, health literacy also. You need to be able to get educated or just go to like, even like, inform yourself of what to, protocols, simple protocols, and also be aware of your certain conditions, if you have asthma or if you have certain things that you have already been suffering. So this way, you have protection. You know how to where to go, where to get care, and how to go about it. And more importantly, be careful with your diets.
Yeah, diet. Speaking of diet and taking care of oneself, Miss Imogen, kung titignan natin, sige nga magpaano tayo sa mga viewers. Ipag-guess natin kung ilang taon na si Miss Imogen Raipon.
Oh my God!
The way she takes care of herself from her diet, from her daily routine, and from her health and physical well-being. Talagang she looks like 25 years old, diba?
Oh,
So
great.
when you say literacy and education, like ngayon, mga kids these days, mga kabataan, they are not in that spectrum yet. They just go with the flow. And ang mga matatanda then, like the senior ones, the same. They take more caution about what they eat and what they take. But yung mga middle-aged people na kagaya natin, feeling natin we're very strong, how do we actually educate ourselves? Ano ba, like just practically reading, or do we have to seek medical advice, talk to a consultant like you? How do we go about that?
Yeah, that's a great question, because yes, we feel that we're superwoman, superman, and that we're invincible. But it always it's a as what they say, prevention is better than cure. And when it comes to that, there's nobody who is invincible. We need to take something like supplementation, because especially during this time, in the food that we eat, we don't necessarily get all the nutrients that we're supposed to already. So how do we get educated? Well, there's Mr. Google, or of course we need coaches, like wellness just like me, that I could help out. And definitely, I could say that in my 20 years here in New York, the first thing when I first came to New York by myself, the one thing that I really thought right away was for me not to get sick, because it's so hard, to get sick here by yourself, and you have no insurance yet, and if you wanted to work here, you better not get sick, because if you get sick, then you cannot work and you cannot pay your bills. So that's a disaster. So
Mahirap, right, right,
mahirap.
right.
So
It's the
I
hardest. Pero how long, like 20 years now, you've been taking care of yourself. Pero how long ago have you been a wellness guru? Yeah.
I'm not grow. Well, probably like maybe like close to 10 years now, because I should say that it's really based on experience. I
Ayan.
believe that
Do you actually, do you, well, for that past many years, you've been taking good care of yourself, and I am a living witness to that. I myself, I've been, a living testimony of what you've been teaching me, especially when it comes to stressful situations in life. So, do you use any particular product as a regimen for your face, for your vitamins, for everything? Let's share naman,
absolutely.
baka makatulong din sa mga kaibigan natin.
Oh yeah. So first of all, I take this product called Tarang Tarang Aloe Vera Gel.
Oh my God. I've been using that since like maybe 17 years, di ba?
Oh, exactly. So, why this aloe vera gel? Because it helps you with the anti-inflammation. It's anti-inflammatory, and it's also very good for mental health as well. Because it actually removes toxins or chemicals from the air, and when we say aloe vera, it has been used ancient times, and it's not just discovered just now, right?
Many, many years. Actually, before they just pick the aloe vera on the streets and then they just use them for a lot of things, especially burns, cuts, to grow your hair, to actually eat the sap. And now with this company called Forever Living, they've actually created for us to enjoy the benefits of aloe vera. It's God's, I swear to God, just like the coconut, it's God's gift to mankind. But people are not just really aware as to what the health benefits of aloe vera. Just to share, so 17 years back, I've been very asthmatic and I've been very sickly. I have a rheumatic heart disease. And aloe vera, specifically of Forever Living, kasi madaming lumabas na aloe vera drinks these days, and they're capped with sugar, with all other things, and when you don't really get the full benefit of aloe vera. So my grandmother, may she rest in peace, had been giving me that when Forever Living actually started in the Philippines. And I am just as lucky to actually have met you, because we are, using the same products. At saka toothpaste,
Yeah.
I've been using that aloe vera gel for the longest time. Wala nga lang ngayon kasi it's hard right now for me to actually go and travel somewhere to get it. But in the States and everywhere I go, I've been using it. But aloe vera, hindi siya nawawala. So,
Yes.
you start your day with an aloe vera drink, di ba?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I try to do it first thing in the morning with no food, and I drink it all throughout the day, like at least three times a day, 4 ounces 3 times a day. And
Wow,
by the way,
parang tubig mo na yan.
yeah, well, the first time I came here to New York, I had this acid reflux, and it's really very bad. And I first tried Tums and over-the-counter medications, but they just gave me some temporary relief. But it just comes and goes until like, whoa, I really was able to get total relief from the acid reflux when I took like 1 liter a day of this aloe vera gel for 5 days. Wow. I mean, like, I couldn't work before. I mean, I was throwing up, like headaches. So this has really a living testimony for me for my acid reflux. So,
Actually, it's one of the oldest company that does provide supplements and wellness products. I will vouch for it, not because I am using it, but because I've seen the effects of those people who I actually gifted with aloe vera gel. Sabi nga nila, oh, sabi ko, if it's good for you, you must like just really try. And madami pa eh. Well, actually, what I'm doing it right now, I'm actually mixing it and making it a part of our drinks in the Philippines.
very
So
nice.
for all
That's
of you,
great.
so for all of you guys who actually wanted to try it, Mr. Cafe is actually there to actually have aloe vera shots and cocktails. Pero Imogen, more than anything else, mental health is also very important right now when
Yes.
everyone's going through pandemic. Ano naman ang take mo on that, on how to take care of oneself during that
Oh,
when a lot of people are getting depressed because a lot of relatives are getting sick or are dying. Medyo morbid pag-usapan, but we actually needed to tackle mental health at this time.
oh, definitely. I mean, really feeling blessed that I've known this company for the longest time because we have great products that are natural, especially the fish oil. Fish oil. Arctic Sea. Arctic Sea, by the way, is it's omega three. And omega three fatty polyunsaturated fats are responsible for really brain and mental health benefits. It definitely helps you with brain function, and I can attest to that because before, when I had some kind of depression, I took like 10 soft gels in one day. That's like 1,000 milligrams of fish oil, and whoa, I really felt the difference because I met the father of omega 3, Dr. Jorn Dreyerberg. He has a book called The Missing Wellness Factor. And he actually put their dosages of what you can take, how much you can take if you're have a maintenance for blood pressure or triglycerides or even bipolar disease. You can actually, he put there the dosages. So, which means that even pregnant women are benefited really for their babies. Once they take fish oil when they're pregnant, their babies come out really like brilliant. So definitely
Relatively brilliant.
it has results from systematic review talaga and showed that treatment with omega-3 may help reduce patients with clinical anxiety. So that's like clinical studies. And we also have like great products in the bee products. Actually, bee products is excellent for, let's say, the royal jelly. Royal jelly, I love this because it tastes so good. It's like a candy. You put it like sublingual. Well, just to let you know, royal jelly, by the way, is the food for the queen bee. It is a food that the queen bee eats, and it has HDA, which is like found naturally in royal jelly, which is effective in improving stress-induced um, stress-induced symptoms of depression and anxiety. So
God, kailangan ng isang bote niyan.
yes, it's called youth tonic also because it's very good for the skin, for the hair. Masarap siya, parang candy. Yeah. And it
Ano yung bee pollen?
ang bee pollen naman, bee pollen boosts blood circulation to the brain. Okay, so it strengthens nervous system functions that are weakened when you're stressed out, overworked, and depressed. Right? So, you're so overworked, Jeanette. I think you need bee pollen. No, you're always very busy. What's
I
that?
think most people does. I think most people are overworked and overthinking.
Yes.
Isa yun sa mga bagay na we cannot avoid, especially the ones living in New York and in the
Yeah.
United States. Dito sa Philippines, medyo cool pa yung mga bagay-bagay. But Imogen, more than anything else, um, at this time of pandemic, for you, what is the most important thing for you to be able to survive this whole thing?
I believe, simple self-care, which is like breathe deeply. It is also one of the most important thing. It's just like you're trying to neutralize the stressors, that you're inundated with. Actually, during this pandemic, a lot of people I've realized that they came up more to themselves, into themselves, and that means that spiritual health has really helped so much. Uh, Figuring out and trying to balance, your system, and coupled with mindfulness of your physical health. So really, that's the two, like spiritual health and really mindfulness of physical being and spiritual being. That's really the most important part for me during this time.
Well, you mentioned spiritual being. It is really very important at this time. Actually, napakadaming mga ano, ang daming mga bagay-bagay na actually na nararanasan that people are going through, lalo na those who are working overseas, those who are actually right now are away from their families because of this whole pandemic, those who are um, nasa tawag doon, nasa palaot, because I've been receiving a lot of messages in our Facebook page. Well, more than anything else, Imogen, samahan mo ako, batiin natin. I think you're currently logged in Facebook. Maraming salamat for people who are actually watching. Mr. Marco Remulla, Don Dan Quartz, at lahat ng nakatune in, ang mga fans and ang mga supporters ng Lodi ng Bayan. Nakita mo, ang daming mga nanonood and mga nagsishare sa atin. Di ko lang I can't really help it because they've been there in the Facebook page just practically saying hello and good morning. A lot of them are actually watching right now. They are all over the world. They are working for their families, overseas Filipino workers, or the ones here in the Philippines. And it's actually good to have shared this one so that we could also share the good news para sa kanila na napaka-importante ng spiritual health and physical well-being natin. So, more than anything else, Eugene, ikaw, ano ba ang sikreto mo? Napaka-youthful. Maliban sa Forever Living Products, napaka-youthful ng itsura mo ngayon. Napakaganda mo. At hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit ikaw ay nag-glow. So, meron bang nagpapatibok ng puso ni Imogen ngayon?
Oh my God, like I wish. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. No, well, you know what? For me, I was just blessed because during the weekend, I was able to visit friends in Washington, D.C. and, provide some help. Dahil I have a friend who really needs help in moving. And for me, these little things contribute to your good sense of well-being. And if you're surrounded with positive people, I choose to do that, right? And again, you always have a choice whether to be with negative people or positive people. And of course, maintain my beauty regimen, aloe vera skincare, and of course,
How can people get all the products that you're using? How can we buy them?
Well, it's available online, so that's not a problem because it's all over the world, and it's even there in the Philippines too. No, we
It
have a
is
big we have a big store there in the Philippines, and you can buy it from there. But the real secret really is drinking the aloe vera gel.
drinking
That,
out of it. Oh,
yes.
actually, Imogen, with us online is actually Alvin, Adriano,
Hi.
uh, Chai, Mr. Remulia, and so much more. Ang dami nila, Garcia, Mingay, Elma, and a lot of the Lodi ng Bayan followers.
Hello to everyone.
All the way from New York City.
Thanks for watching.
Si Alvin is actually currently in Washington D.C. He
Ah,
guested there also on, traveling to the Philippines and around the world at this time. So please support him also. And actually right now with you, because while you're here, I'd like to invite everybody to actually support the International Film Festival of Manhattan with Mr. Luis Pedron, IFFM, NYC.com. Check out the new programs and the films that are participating, diba? And Bella's Kids Collection. Thank you for sending in the products here in the Philippines for to actually take care and protect us for COVID. Meron kaming product na na-receive from her, which is the V Pro. V, ano ba, sabi ng mga bata ngayon, i-flex, i-share. I wanted to actually share that. Nasaan na ba yun? Where is that? Ayan. This is actually V Pro, sis. Since last year, I've been using this. These are essential oils that Miss Bella Owen of Bella Skin Collection actually created to actually protect people who are using it from viruses and diseases. And of course, ang aming mga forever living products na nandiyan to actually support us. Napakadaming mga nanonood ngayon. And of course, oh, hey, Mario, hello, listening all the way from Mindoro City. Ayan, ang dami-dami nating nanonood.
nice.
More than anything else, I think we should... Oh, by the way, nag-vaccine ka ba?
Yes, I did like 2 shots now of Moderna.
Oh, wow. Okay. I must commend you still please take care. All of my friends who are out there in the United States who have actually taken the vaccine. It is not a guarantee for you guys not to get sick, but actually help you and actually take care of you. Just a protection, but not a guarantee. So you still stay safe out there. Thank you, Miss Jolyn Mayers, watching all the way from New York City. Miss Lillian Gabrielle, and of course, please do follow Channel 31, which is also a digital platform on Facebook, and I think they're on YouTube. Support all of the people and the artists, local artists. Napakadaming local artists, but we are soon launching someone, Miss Imogen, and I hope we get your support as well.
Sure.
And one message actually, the world is actually very dark right now. It is actually for us individuals who are living at this present time to actually make it brighter. Hindi madali ang pinagdadaanan ng lahat. We must actually be very, very, very sensitive about the people who are, surrounding us. People might be going through a lot of things that they just don't know and they don't want to share. So a smile could always help, and kind words would always make this world a better place, diba? Message ka naman before I let you go. Alam ko sobrang busy ka. Message ka naman dyan.
First of all, thanks a lot for those people who are watching. Rest assured that you are able to get something beneficial for you in this show. And my message is be mindful of your health, uh, physically, spiritually, and always surround yourself with positive people because the world is already a lot of negativities, and if you surround yourself with positive people, then you move forward, right? You keep on moving forward and not to lose your balance, and just keep on focusing on the brighter side of things.
Ayan, the brighter side of things. Guys, hi, Miss Rose Punay. Thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you for um, actually staying and watching. Please also don't forget to subscribe and like PHLV Radio and Get Real TV, both on Facebook and YouTube. Ayan. Napakadami nating natutunan sa iyo ngayon, Miss Imogen, on how to stay calm and beautiful amidst this current crisis and pandemic. Ako lang, ang masasabi ko lang, while here in the Philippines for almost a year, I've seen how the people of, our kababayans out here are suffering and are getting by. I'm calling and reaching out to those people who have more than what they can have to actually share and pay it forward sa lahat ng mga kababayan natin. I always do a monthly feeding program sa mga depressed areas and remote areas dito sa Philippines. And it really, really breaks my heart to see that there is no balance of life. Kahit saan tayo mapunta, even in the United States, napakadaming tao na who are more than blessed na I can say they are rich enough, I think, to be able to share. At napakadami namang talagang hirap na hirap na hirap na hirap sa buhay. Project Pearls is actually one of the organizations that we are supporting right now. They are feeding 500 children who lives in the garbage dump na kumakain ng pagpag. At pag nakita mo yon, sis, nakakadurog ng puso, no? So they send 500 children to school and they feed them on a daily basis for breakfast. And yung breakfast na yun, tinitipid nila para umabot ng lunch and dinner for them to have a decent meal. So I'm crying and I'm calling out to people who are actually watching or listening right now, or even later on, for those who are able to watch this, to reach out to projectpearls.org, care of Melissa, my wonderful sister, who is actually going through so much just taking care of these children. And of course, Basilia Women's Foundation, for helping the battered and abused women and children. Imogen is actually one of our supporters and global advisors who's always been there supporting women who had been in a terrible relationship. Right now, we have over 16 women who we are caring and helping to nurture and have another life after, a dark relationship. And reach out to your community. Hindi po lahat ng tumutulong may masamang intensyon. We always have good intentions to people. Miss Imogen, ano ba ang current activity mo dyan?
Well, I am actually also doing like Zoom meetings with people there in the Philippines who are also doing some kind of nutritional program, for malnourished kids. They have, because we have this kind of program which involves community, like the mothers and, all these stunted growth, malnourished kids can get the chance to have that kind of nutrition that they really need, on a daily basis. And also, what else? Like doing some volunteer works, here and there, just little bit in the church or anything in my own little way that I could help. So that's also part of, yeah.
And may mga dapat ko kang pasalamatan right now, Ma'am Imogen.
I thank you for giving me this opportunity to get interviewed and really share the good news of these products that I have been an advocate since 20 years, my 20 years here in New York. I really feel that self-care is very important during these times so that we ourselves can help people who are close to us. So thank you so much for Forever Living Products for making these products because otherwise,
It's very important.
yeah, otherwise,
Diba? Sobrang self
so
mawawala.
I'm very heavily dependent on my supplements with them because of the products. I'm the product of the product, and in this way, I could help more people at the same time.
Ayan. We have to take care of ourselves to be able to share ourselves to many, to be able to love ourselves more, to be able to give love and share love to everyone else. Thank you so much, Miss Imogen, all the way from New York City. Thank you for sharing all the tips on how to stay healthy and beautiful. Maraming salamat sa inyo. But meanwhile, I just would like to shout out to all the people who never left the site, who tuned in. There are people watching all the way from Kuwait. You guys take care out there. Maraming salamat po. Please take care of yourselves. Lodi ng Bayan, Miss Lilian, and all the programs that are actually being out right now in digital platform. Maraming salamat din sa Facebook actually for having this platform for us to be able to share to the entire universe what is there for people to take part of. Of course, thank you sa aming producers, si Tita Josie and PHLB Radio, our director, Sir Johan, and of course, Tita Miles. Eldon Lugay is actually, of TOFA, is actually now in search for the 10 outstanding Filipino Americans out there in the United States. Maraming salamat for actually recognizing the efforts and contributions of the Filipinos. If you guys want to check out and vote or nominate people who have done an immense contribution to the Filipino community wherever they are in America, please get in touch with Mr. Elton Lugay and ayan, si Papa Piolo daw nanonood. Naano ako kasi I'm reading actually the ones who are commenting on the Facebook page. Maraming salamat, Mr. Don Quartz, ang aking my loves, nanonood ngayon. Well, I actually am blessed to have new friends, Imogen, who have been very supportive dito sa aming venture ng Get Real TV. I hope you guys would stay tuned even if my current partner is on leave, si Mr. Luis Pedron. Sobrang love na love ko ang lahat ng mga friends ko from New York City. I actually miss all of you guys. Please support The Haven, who is actually right now in Queens, and lahat ng mga local businesses ng mga tao who had gone out of their jobs, na wala ng trabaho dyan, but actually eventually became entrepreneurs. You know, right now the key is to survive this pandemic, to live with it, to enjoy the life no matter what, and to actually, to stay positive. Ayan, last message, ma'am. Magpaalam na tayo. Last message mo.
Well, I guess you've said it all, and I wish to see you here soon, and or vice versa, me going there. And I would love to try that bike lanes. As long as I'm fully protected. And again, stay safe, everyone. Just continue to be more proactive. And really, things should be looking up in the near future. So let's stay positive.
Ayan, stay positive, Miss Desiree Beltran, and of course, all of you who are still there. Ayan. I wish I could say thank you to all of you, but maraming salamat for those who tuned in. I can't say anything no more. We've been very blessed with all the things, to actually wake up in the morning is enough blessing for me to be able to share whatever it is that I have right now. Thank you, Mr. Cafe, Pucaberry Cafe, Basilia Women's Foundation, Dolce Pariente actually is opening up right now at Camp Aguinaldo. It's a wellness center dito sa loob ng Sijaya Firing Range and in Project 6. Slowly, the businesses are actually opening. We are calling out to the city government to actually be more proactive in dealing with the virus. It has been a wonderful morning with Miss Imogen Raibon and with all the people who are currently tuning in. Maraming salamat for your support. On the flip side of the world, please continue to pray and put God in the center of your lives. No matter what comes along your way, be grateful, be thankful for whatever it is. This is Jeanette Marco signing off from the streets of Metro Manila for Get Real TV on PHLB Radio.
It's time to get real. Get real. Talking about the things you wanna hear. It's time to get real. Get real. We got it all right here. It's time to get real. Get real. Better buckle up, get real, get set. It's time to get real.